All right, let's get to here. Let's check this out. It's about that time.
Uh-oh. What time is it?
So this is last year from our fantasy league. Again, you guys see the points. How did Justin Jefferson score 400 points? I've got bonuses.
I'm making a comeback this year, so hold down a slot for me. I'm making my return.
We got 12 people. I got to see who wants to jump out or not. I've got.
Got to come back and reclaim my throne. I'm hearing,
We get 1 point for 85 yards receiving, 1 point after that for 100 yards receiving, and then a couple points, I think, for 150, 200 yards receiving. And you get a point for 40-yard catch, extra 2 points for a 40-yard touchdown, and then regular PPR 1 through 10, all that stuff. So our points, we score a lot of points. So this is last year's top, I think it's 8, 16, 23, 24 wide receivers in our league from last year.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting, everybody, our fantasy football breakdown. We're starting with receivers. These are our last year's top performers from top to bottom. Jefferson, Hill, Adams, Diggs, A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Waddle, St. Brown, Ayuk, Godwin, Higgins, Wilson, Pittman Jr., Kupp, Jerry Jeudy, Olave, DJ Moore, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Cooper, Kirk, Lockett, McLaurin, Evans, and Metcalf.
I'm shocked. Chase is surprising to see where he's at.
That's why I hesitated. I thought I might have missed to put him on here.
I think he was, wasn't he? Well, he was hurt.
That would make sense.
In the middle of the season, I think. Same thing with Kupp, because I had
Olave was hurt too, because I had him and I dropped him like 7 times because he kept getting hurt.
Yeah, injured. Didn't Jeudy miss half the season?
I thought so too. Yeah, I'm shocked he's there.
Kupp is out.
Kupp was my number 1 receiver, and he killed me in the back end of the season.
Yeah, when you lose a guy like that. So you see, we have Justin Jefferson in the 400s. Hill, Adams, Diggs, Brown, Lamb are in the 300s. Waddle, St. Brown, everybody else on down in the 200s.
Bro,
I love Waddle scoring.
Waddle and Hill in the top 7 with the terrible quarterback, so they say. I don't know how they did it.
That's easy. You do that with speed. You get him in a 5-yard cross. These guys are running 4-1s out there.
Okay, but
they're not going to be able to.
Patrick Mahomes was probably the best quarterback in the league, and every ball he threw was 5 yards. And it's statistically there that he led the league in like the lowest amount of pass yards that turned into 80-yard touchdowns. So
that's what speed does.
The best quarterback in the league didn't throw the ball but 5 yards.
Let's see what he does this season.
We're still crediting Tua.
We'll get the quarterbacks with quarterbacks.
Tua led the league in deep ball. I'm going to have to bring up the stats. You done started it now.
When we get to quarterbacks, we'll worry about quarterbacks. Right now, we're talking about receivers.
So might as well play receiver.
Justin Jefferson led last year. These are the guys, everybody. This is last season, the top players for receiver. Here, oh my God, I got this figured out. Here are the
projection.
Let me get this one here. Let me send this over. I got to re-invite. I got to find a better way to streamline this. I'll figure it out soon enough. Today's not that day.
Can't get right.
So I showed you how they finished. This is the 2023 projections. From receiver, if you're looking at the screen, this is all offensive. You see 7, 13, 20, 30, 32. This is all offensive players. But as far as receivers go, it's 1, 2, 3 on down. So from top to bottom, these are the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So with the top 30 receivers in the NFL projected this year. Jefferson, Chase, Hill, Diggs, Cup, Lamb, Adams, Brown, St. Brown, Metcalf, Waddle, Wilson, Smith, Higgins, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Olave, Ridley, Cooper, Mike Williams, Judy, Lockett, McLaurin, Pittman, Drake London, Godwin, Ayuk, Kirk, Debo Samuel. What is that? Shaheed, Hopkins, and then Gabriel Davis. So this is around about the top 30 receivers. We put more on here because most teams have 10 to 12. Most leagues have 10 to 12 teams with at least 2 receivers on it. So these are the projected top, 25 plus receivers.
Mike Williams murdered me last year. F that guy.
So I'm gonna start here.
Davis murdered me last year. F that guy too.
Yeah, he's got like 50-point games and no-point games.
You're telling me Ayuk and Samuel? Who's playing quarterback for the 49ers?
Well, so we'll start with that.
I think the punter.
Is Purdy
Ayuk and Samuel both? No.
Felix
They say Purdy might, but I think we're gonna start. With Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that'll definitely get Ayuk and Samuel in the top 30.
That's a tough one there, man.
Damn, G. Herbo going to jail for 5 years. See you later, buddy.
Who's that?
G. Herbo.
I don't
know. He pleaded guilty to some charge. Fraud. He was facing up to 20, so they gave him 5.
Look at here. Hopkins.
Guilty will get you every time.
Now Hopkins is going to Tennessee.
We were just talking about that last week.
Does this change you guys? Does he jump to the top 10? Does he stay at whatever hell it is?
No. Top 10? No.
Hell no.
He could be on the list, but he's still the 98th best player.
Yeah, out of respect, he could stay on the list, but top 10? No.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the top 32 receivers. My math was off. This is the top 32 receivers. He's 31, knowing he's going to Houston with Tannehill.
He should be 33 because he's playing with the Texans. What their name is? Oilers, Titans. There you go.
Yeah, I don't see it. The Titans are also the dumbest organization in the world to not pay AJ, but then get a rookie, and then that's not working. So go get Hopkins. Like, what did you accomplish?
Didn't he get his head knocked in last year? Traylon Burke.
He was coming on late in the season.
Yeah, he's a baller. I wanted the Dolphins to get him, but at the end of the day, just sign AJ Brown, bro. Like,
let's jump to AJ Brown, top 10. He's number 8. Is he going to stay being top receiver like he was last year, or is he going to drop off a little bit?
I like him. I like him to go up a little bit.
I'll keep him top 10 for sure.
So he's 8 right now. 8's good.
I like him to go up 2 slots minimum.
All right.
I don't like CD. I'll swap him with CD.
Yeah, agreed. I'd swap him with CD.
I don't like the Cowboys.
I don't like him either.
Do that. Dewey, look at the list. Rob, you'll go. Then I'm going to go. Here's 32 players. What order would you draft these guys?
The whole damn thing?
Well, just go your top 10. I could tell you Davis, Kirk, Goodwin, Mike Williams, they're not going to move the needle for me, so they'll stay.
None of those guys on the right side are I'm not. I don't
that back row.
Judy, Mike Williams, Cooper, Ridley. That you could take that second row too. I do like Lockett's a great player, but I haven't trusted him the last 10 years, and he's played great, so I'm going to not trust him again this year.
All right.
I got to go Hill and Waddle. I think we're both going to be top 7.
They're in your top 10.
Yeah, they got to be. If they were in top 10 last year, it's only going to get better.
All right.
Jefferson, best in the league. If Chase doesn't get hurt, he's got to be up there. Adams, where's Adams at now?
Looks like he's 7.
He's number 7.
He's what I'm saying. He's with the Raiders still.
He's with the Raiders who just got Garoppolo.
I might drop him a little bit. I don't love Allen because I don't trust old Herbert. And Higgins.
Ian Allen gets hurt every year too, man. Like I think his time's got to come soon. I think.
Yeah, I don't trust a Jet at all. So Wilson can go to the fucking end. I like Smitty, but I don't know. So I like the front side. I mean, Diggs, Cup, Lamb.
All right.
I like Geno and Metcalf. So if Geno plays anywhere near what he played, Metcalf will be up there again. St. Brown is a sleeper. I gotta update we should have done quarterbacks first because
Well, I figured that's the big money.
Yeah,
I don't hate this list though. I don't.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Rob, what you got? Anything you think here? You see?
I don't see too much discrepancy with it. I probably would put Hill 2 though. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably put Hill 2, and I'd probably would scoot Waddle up. Just let me see where he's at. That's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's 10, 11, 12. Wait, Waddle's at 13?
Yeah, that's what it looks like here. Yeah. No, he looks at 8, 9, 10. He's 11.
I could see Waddle and St. Brown swapping, but St. Brown is the 1. So
I was going to say the same thing. But I would move Waddle above Metcalf for sure.
I would move exactly. I mean, only because CD's the number 1 guy for Dallas. But I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if somebody made an argument to put him above CD. So like, probably move Adam up and then slot Waddle in there. Yeah. Because I mean, those 2 guys.
But I think you're hitting on something. I just think
this is going to be a better year. I think they're just going to do even better.
Whoever put this list together, I think they're afraid to put Waddle and Hill in the top 10 on the same team. Because no matter how good those guys are, they've got the biggest question mark at quarterback. You know, if he stays healthy, see what he can do.
Yeah, as a projection, you got to go with him being healthy.
Yeah, you don't need these guys to go 70-yard bombs. You need to hit them on a 10 to 12-yard cross in stride, and no one's going to keep up with them. It's not.
But also, look where they were ranked at the end of the actual facts end of last season, where they both were in the top 10, and Tua got hurt and missed a lot of time. So I don't think there's a question mark of if Tua's healthy, they can both be in the top 10 because they already were and he was unhealthy.
But you guys made a point.
But even though Weddle have more touchdowns than Hill last year?
I think so. I don't think Hill had a ton of touchdowns.
I just think he had a ton of yards. So yeah, I mean that alone pushes Weddle up a little more for me over.
Like you both made the same.
I think you put him on notice.
Brown's the number 1 guy, so it's hard to put Waddle over a number 1 receiver because Detroit passes that ball.
True.
And they pass it too. Do you trust Goff or Tua? We'll get to that another day. But to me, I would put Waddle over Metcalf with what's going on with the Raiders and Garoppolo. I may put Waddle above Adams.
Yeah,
you're right. And I was leaning towards that, but I think I was going to get like if Lou was here, or when our viewers at home watch this and get the views in and make their comments, subscribe, please. They might put some gas on me for me trying to put Waddle above Adams, because I think they're looking at what the audience and viewers are gonna. They're probably not understand how we're looking at it. We're not looking at it purely just on talent. We're factoring everything: the offense, the system.
Yeah. It's fantasy football.
It's fantasy, exactly. So I'm not saying Adams is better than Waddle, but the opportunities will be more.
The same athlete as Devontae Adams.
Correct.
Now, that being said, why is Cooper Kupp up, except for his numbers? Don't get me wrong. He had a great season a couple of years ago when Stafford was feeling it. But Stafford was hurt last year. Is Stafford going to be quarterback this year? Is it going to be Baker, or is it I can't think who else they have. Again, we'll get to
I honestly think they should go to Baker. I think they might be a little better with Baker. Yeah, I don't know. I think Stafford might be done.
Kupp's up in his top 5 from 2 years ago because he did nothing last year.
And I think that's what they're going by. I think they're going off of the projection that if he's healthy like he was 2 years ago, he can put close to similar numbers. But
a dud thrown to him, or a guy who's on point accurate, or a crazy season Stafford had.
Right.
Wilson, my odds are Aaron Rodgers is going to boost this guy's numbers this season, but it might be the only thing he can do. But I'm still not ready.
But I wouldn't put Wilson. Where's Wilson at right now?
That there looks like 12. A 13, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah.
I would definitely put him over Moore, and I'd put him over Allen for the simple fact that, Yeah, I put him over more Allen and Higgins for the simple fact that he might
He's
he's
the,
gonna probably
he's
be
the
the
number
he's
one
probably gonna be
guy.
the second target. He's probably gonna be the second target because
Who's the number one? And
Lazard.
yeah, you think he'll jump right in only because
Only because of the chemistry and the
yeah.
relationship that they have in
Okay.
Green Bay. But
That
I mean, I
makes
think as the season progresses, I think Wilson will take over that number one spot.
where
And
did
then
DJ Moore go?
the reason why I would argue for St. Brown is because just the Detroit's happy offense.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
remember you. I think you or Felix was. Well, I think it was Felix mainly saying that he thinks that they might win a division this
I
year.
think he will too. Yeah, I think they're going to take that.
Okay,
division.
so both you guys were co-signing that. I think they're just going to be like last year. They're going to be up and down. Like I got to see what the defense can do. So that means if I'm going off of what I from last year, that defense hasn't improved, they're going to be in a lot of shootouts. So there's going to be more opportunities for Brown to put up them points. So that would be my only argument for him. But I definitely would put Weddle over him because I think he's just the better number getter. But as far as opportunities, he'll probably have more opportunities because they'll probably be passing him.
Like I'm looking at Debo here. I mean, to me, he's probably the best athlete on this page.
Yeah, he's the all-purpose guy. But the thing that's gonna hurt Debo, the thing that's gonna hurt Debo is he's either not gonna have the yards every game or he's not gonna have the touchdowns. So he might have a game where he might get 70 yards catching, 40 yards rushing. That's it. Or he might then have a game where he goes for 8 catches, 2 touchdowns. But then the next 2 games, he don't eat 7 catches, no touchdowns. Because it's how we're gonna use them. So like as a pure receiver, I wouldn't rely on him. But if you're doing like all purpose, like a Metcalf, then yeah, different story.
So you have was that Shahid? Because I had the name cut off.
Who is that guy?
And Olave, like who's the quarterback? That's Carr is with the Saints.
Yeah, Carr's with the Saints. Who's that Shahid guy?
I don't know. I can't think of it. Dewey's on it. You have Drake London. Is he going to do anything with Ritter? You have Godwin, who's going to be quarterback of Tampa Bay.
Who is their quarterback?
Russ going to come back and make Judy better? Who's quarterback in Tennessee? Or not Tennessee, with Washington? Pittman, who's going to be quarterback for the Colts? I know it's going to be the rookie. Like a lot of these guys on the second side of the table here.
A lot of question marks.
Who's throwing them the ball?
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys have all the talent in the world, but if you can't get the ball to you, no one's going to see how fast you run, how much you can juke and stiff arm and catch and all this.
But even the ones that you just named, I don't even think. Even the ones that you named, some of them I don't think are like supreme talent or in that upper echelon of wide receiver groups yet. Anyways, like I like Olave. I'll take him over London.
He's got speed.
I think London's just a big body, so he's more of he'll probably be more of a red zone opportunist.
I don't know what they think's going on in New Orleans, and I have heard Shahid, and he didn't have bad stats, but my man is 24. He's undrafted. 6 foot, 180 pounds.
Now I know who that. That's that little
last year they had nobody.
I think he's fast.
Last year either, though.
Yeah, that's that little speedster kid. There. I know.
He's a return specialist. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see now, there we go. Now we're
that's
going
probably
into fantasy.
why he's up here.
Now we're talking fantasy, and we're in a league where they count those stats as far as kick return, punt return. Now he has a little more value. If we're just going straight, if we're going straight off of the PPR, receiver track, I'd rather take what's his name, Taysom Hill.
Yeah. So you guys out there who have a league like that, keep that in mind. So we have, I think it's one for 20 or 1 for 25 return yards. It's not like receivers. Maybe it's 1 for 20 to give some added value to some people. Correct. But that stuff does play into it. So if you're out there looking for a receiver, you want your third guy or your flex player, you might want to get a receiver that returns kicks that gets a few extra yards here or there. Return yards add up. You get a touchdown once a season, maybe. That could do something.
So he was undrafted because of ACL injury.
Yeah, Debo would be more of a flex player for me because of what he does or how we use him. Debo would be more, but Debo is not a.
Yeah, but you're not going to spend that high of a pick. You're not going to spend that high of a pick on a flex player. At least I wouldn't.
Oh no, nah, yeah. I mean, if we was doing a draft, Debo would probably go.
So
like
Rashid
round
had
6.
2 ACL injuries. That's why he went undrafted.
Yikes!
Well, he played last year. Listen, didn't Frank Gore had 2 knee constructions in college, and then end up being one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, number 3.
Had his knee.
Number 3. Number 3.
I watched Buffalo draft McGahee. I was sick to my stomach. Anyway, can someone explain to me why Calvin Ridley is considered good?
He's good.
Oh.
They're going off of that half
Trevor
the season
Lawrence.
or something he had in Atlanta.
Trevor Lawrence is why they're giving him that, because they don't have nobody else there. They're looking
You're
at
right.
him like a Trevor Lawrence.
But Trevor Lawrence's favorite targets is Zay Jones and Ingram.
Ingram just got signed like 4 for 40 or something like that too.
Yeah,
that's because he didn't have Ridley to throw to.
He had Kirk.
Ridley's a number 2 at the most, not a number 1. I don't see it. Kirk is a number 2. At number 3, this team has no number 1 receiver.
Number 1, correct.
Yeah.
So you think?
I don't know. Ridley has nasty routes. I think he reminds me
by default. You think by default he's number 1, Dewey, for that team?
Ridley?
Yeah,
I think so. But I like his game a little bit. But he's been out for a year, so a lot of people it'd take 1 or 2 games for him to do some crazy. All they need is one highlight of him working somebody in a route, and then Ridley's going to be a number 1 in everybody's eyes.
So you think all right? So do you think he's a number 1 fantasy receiver, like your number 1 slot?
No. If he's the first receiver I draft, I'm upset at my draft.
I know. If he's my first receiver, then I have 3 running backs and a quarterback or a tight end.
I could say that, yeah. But if he's I try to do depending on what league it is, running back, quarterback, receiver. Or running back, receiver, quarterback. But if I got those 3 and I get him in, the 5th round, 4th round, I'll be okay. If I get him in the top 3, I don't think I feel good about myself. Like last year,
top 3,
he definitely should be a mid-round draft pick, if not late.
I don't see it, mainly because he has Trevor Lawrence, great quarterback, but he had a year off. That's going to be a new system. All these things. No, that's what I'm saying. Compared to who he's had, you got a great quarterback now. But have we had the chemistry yet? Like Allen, I'm with you. Lazard go into the Jets and be a stud because it's the same playbook, the same quarterback he's had for his whole career. Ridley and Lawrence are going to be something different. It's going to take some growing pains.
Correct.
Where did DJ Moore go? Did he go to Washington? He left Carolina.
No, I think where did he go?
Like he went someplace, and I was like,
I think he went to the Bears.
Oh, he did go to the Bears. No,
I think he went to the Bears.
He's got to be off the list. No, I'm sorry, no.
I think he went to the Bears.
Nobody from the Bears should be on this when it comes to.
I don't know. I like
only Justin Fields. Fields.
I like Fields. I think he's got the Lamar effect. He's going to be able to pass because of how good he runs. It's going to mess everybody's heads up.
To me, he's a better passer than Lamar Jackson is. Someone's got to make sure he's.
And he runs. Did you watch him run last year? I did. They're going to worry about that run, and he can actually throw the ball. It's going to make him better than people think.
If they can get him to throw the ball, teach him to do it, get him protection, yes, 100%.
He needs protection.
Moore does not need to be on this list. Nobody needs to be on this list from that team.
He said nobody.
No. Like I would move Adams out of the top 10. I would move in Higgins. I'd move in Waddle. Mainly because they have good quarterbacks. They have a good team. Waddle, Burrow, and Tua are very different. But Tua has shown when it's all good, he can make these guys superstars. Or they can make him like a superstar with a 5-yard dump off, and they take it 70 yards. So I'm moving up Waddle. And until I know what's going on in L.A., Cubs got to come out. Get Allen out of here. He gets hurt every year. I would probably
I would definitely knock Allen down if not.
I think that's partially. I mean, you got Allen and Williams on this list. That's only because of Herbie. That's the only reason they even made it.
And listen, bro, I had Herbert on my fantasy team 3 years in a row, or however long he's been in the league. He's been my quarterback.
And he's a dud.
And he rolls into 25s, and I've got more bonuses than anybody you can imagine. And this guy rolls in 25 points. He should be rolling in 50s with the amount of bonuses I give him.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence was whooping him in points.
Yeah. Like I had Cousins on the bench a couple times last year, scoring 40. I had Derek Carr on the bench a couple of times getting 40. I don't think Herbert ever cracked 40, and I'm telling you, bonuses if you wake up in the morning, you get 1 point. Like, we already start scoring before the games even start, and he couldn't crack 25. It drove me crazy. So
Yeah,
people,
I don't know.
wide receiver, man, fantasy football is here. It's back. A couple more months, and we're in it. So look at this. This is the top receivers, according to Yahoo, based on the projections from Yahoo. None of our stuff is factored in here yet.
Yeah,
This Yahoo thinks the top 32 receivers in the NFL are projected going into the 2023 season. Leave a comment, leave information, say what you got going on. This is what it is right now. Jefferson, Chase, Hill, Diggs, Kupp, Lamb, Adams, Brown, St. Brown, Metcalf, Waddle, Wilson, Smith, Higgins, Allen, Moore, Olave, Ridley, Cooper, Williams, Judy, Lockett, McLaren.
I don't understand why London's on there, though.
London, Goodwin, Ayuk, Kirk, Samuel, Shaheed, Hopkins, and Gabe Davis.
Like, did London even play a lot last year? I don't even remember.
Okay for a team that had no quarterback and no real anything.
Mariota, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, they was running mostly. Like, shit. Yeah. I mean, Pitts is the number one option, so.
And he was.
Speak of somebody not to draft. Is that?
Yeah. Talk about.
Oh yeah, definitely don't wait.
Quarterback.
But I mean,
weird, bro.
Last year was just a down year for tight ends. Period, man. Like, outside of Andrews, them boys was terrible.
Well, Kelsey, if he counts.
Oh yeah. Kelsey and Andrews. Outside of that, though,
he's the only tight end you draft in like the first, second round, because if you get that tight end that gets you 30 a game, the next guy up gets 12. Kelsey, you can put any receiver there because you're going to get those points. If that tight end is bringing you an extra 15 plus points every week,
and that's all you want. You could barely get that last year out of the tight ends. I think the third best tight end in the league was the dude from Saints. I think Johnson or whatever his name is. Like, every week it was somebody else. It was the dude from I think the rookie from the Titans. 1 week or 2 weeks, and then
had like one good week, and that was it.
Yeah, the only consistency was Andrews and Kelsey. It was a struggle to find a tight end, man. I was like, this is terrible. I remember when tight ends was the premier, when you had Graham and Shockey and all them dudes. And
yeah, you had guys that did something. I'm looking at our list.
You can tell who the Miami fan is here.
You guys dropped the beer.